Hello and welcome everyone to episode 8 of Polyhedron presents Trinity Continuum Anima. I want to be separated.
Getting closer.
You got to keep them separated.
I mean, got to keep them.
Nice.
I
mean,
that is like literally the song of the pandemic. Like,
you got to keep them separated.
Listen, I think we can all agree that Offspring knew what the fuck they were talking about.
But anyways, welcome back. This is going to be a hell of a show for you. But let me give introductions real quick, and then we'll be on our way. Dixie, take it away.
Hi, I'm Dixie Cochran. My pronouns are she, her. I'm an in-house developer at Onyx Path Publishing, and I wrote a chapter of Trinity Continuum Anima. I am playing Poppy Zed, Penelope Zavaruka, who is a streamer who hates her parents. And right now, Poppy Zed is playing Aegea, a Cherovian mage.
Excellent. Ryan, what about your beautiful bird face?
Well, you like this?
Yeah.
Other so cute.
Do you like my plumage? Yeah, my name's Ryan Jofesberg, pronouns he, him. And I am currently playing Hamish, whose knee is badly injured, but who is currently playing cheap shot because raids don't wait for anybody, baby. I ruined my life when I was 19 like this.
And introducing Lorge, aka Hamish, aka Scott.
Two of those were right. Hi, my name is Scott Kuban. I am a co-host of the Polyhedron podcast. My pronouns are he, him. I also run an actual play studio, Simulacra Studios. You can find us on Twitch and YouTube at Simulacra TV. And I am playing Makhno, the anarcho-socialist revolutionary, who is playing Lorge, a Chemjury Red Blade warrior who really likes hitting things, just making things just go away.
And I am Matthew Manilis. Pronouns are he, him. I am the co-host and producer of Polyhedron, and I am playing Guy Bennitti, a researcher for Aeon Covenant, who will also be playing a friendly bug person named Intos inside Terra Surge. And last but definitely not least, the director of this, whatever we're calling this, Eddy.
My name is Eddy Webb. My pronouns are he, him. I am one of the in-house developers at Onyx Path Publishing. I am the developer of Trinity Continuum Anima because I can say that correctly now.
And go back to the previous episode.
Right, yeah. And speaking of which, this is the point where I usually do a previously on Anima. I want to be stated, but there's so much to recap. So the quick high points is if you're listening to episode 8 and have listened to the previous ones, I do recommend you listen to those. But the big thing is
what the hell are you doing?
Right, this is not a jumping on point. Let's be super clear.
I think I'll start with episode 8.
Yeah, some people start like one episode before the finale. It's a thing. They're weird. I don't know why.
But anyways, go back to the beginning if you're listening to this, or this won't make sense at all.
The only things that are relevant for this particular recap is that hell has broken loose at the Aeon Covenant's office in Cascade right after they managed to capture one of 3 assassins who were masquerading as janitors. There's attempts to try to question that person, but then the entire group realized that their raid was about to start in the MMO, so they had to stop work and go run to the MMO.
Priorities.
To get involved with their raid involving a griefing group known as, I already forgot the name.
Shadow of Endings?
Yeah, Shadow of Endings, because they're trying to stop an invasion by a group known as the Jihad, which the group, the Aeon Covenant group has realized that Jihad are somehow involved with what happened to Jaden's class installation.
Which is weird because they're just like an NPC faction.
Yeah,
right.
What the hell?
They're just strange NPC factions in the game, but somehow the code involving them have appeared in someone's class. So we're going to start this episode. The group has already made their way into the flow in Terra Surge. And as a recap, the flow is an area of lands. It's a huge forest, but it's cut through with rivers and deltas and waterfalls and rapids. And this is an area with lots and lots of camped out areas. There's no major NPC settlement here. There's lots of smaller NPC settlements here. So there's a lot of places where player characters literally camp to try to generate or to be on hand for when adventures come. So they generate adventures or be there when adventures are propagated. This is also an area where it seems this Jihad faction are manifesting. So the guild wants to try to get a raid together to actually scatter all of the player characters out, draw out the Jihads, and possibly stop whatever's going on. Because the Shadows of Endings believe that the Jihad are somehow responsible for some weird things that are happening. So to go into this, we're actually going to use a system that's going to be in Trinity Anima called the Quest system. There are going to be times in the game where you can play through everything in a quest chain if you want to, just like you would for a normal game of Trinity Continuum Anima using the Terra Surge rules. But the quest system is a way to kind of compartmentalize that down. So you move all the quest chain and it becomes a much more streamlined process. And because this is a large event with lots and lots of characters, we're going to use a streamlined process to kind of abstract what's actually going on. So as you arrive in, you meet up with the head of the Shadows of Endings. It is a large veer with kind of reddish brown plumage, and they have almost like a golden nose, not yellow, but like almost like it was crafted from gold.
He's not a pretty bird. I'm a pretty bird.
This bird is not as pretty as you. You are the prettiest bird, but this is a very kind of a regal looking bird.
That's what I needed to hear.
Yeah, do a threat display.
Right. No.
Get the plumage
I want
out.
to detract from your inherent pretty birdness. And this is this serious, somber, intimidating looking bird goes by the name Beaknose. Because they're not a roleplay guild.
I mean, we already know with what Cookie Cat, like.
Right.
Yeah, we already had Cookie Cat.
And so Beaknose comes up to you and is like, my guild tells me you're here to help us. I need you to prove that to me. Convince me that you're going to be useful on this. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to go around each of you and you're going to tell me what your character is roughly doing to convince Beaknose.
Okay.
And then you'll make an appropriate roll using your Anima character. And you have to collectively get 7 successes.
Okay.
By off difficulty. There is additional complication of 4, which is a secret that you will find out if you don't buy it off.
Fair enough.
So we will start with Poppy. What is Poppy doing to make her feel like you'd be an important contribution to this?
And we're using just our anime characters for this.
Correct.
you said?
Yes.
Oh God. Okay. Poppy is going to just look at some scenery nearby, like a rock, and just explode it with an ice magic attack.
Okay.
Like, I got this. I'm here. Because I have no persuasion skills on my anima, just on my person.
That's fine. So we'll use magic attack and an appropriate approach.
Force.
Yeah, that seems appropriate.
Oh, yeah. Got beam, too. I'm going to add stuff for beam. I'm going to use beam attack. I'm going to roll a bunch of dice.
You.
1, 2, 3, 4. 6 successes.
Wow. Okay.
That's my best roll.
That is a great start. Okay. Scott.
Yeah, so Lorge is going to he's listening to this guy bluster and whatnot, and in the middle of his saying, oh, that magic attack was blah blah blah. I don't know if that's going to be up to snuff. Makhno, Lorge is going to take his axe and chuck it into the air, and one of a flying mob that's just there to be scenery and not really be confronted because they're pretty big, high level. It just slices through its neck, and then the axe comes back to him.
There actually are kind of silvery birds known as sterlings that are pretty common in this area. They almost look like they're kind of like liquid metal. So yeah, they're perfectly available for you to try to be impressive towards.
Yeah. So yeah, he will make an attack for that.
And I'm assuming force.
Yes, absolutely force. That's his jam, yo.
I think Lorge and Aegea are definitely the force characters of these 4.
I'm feeling that.
That is going to be 4 successes.
Okay. So far you got a total of 10. Ryan.
Quick question on like just a weird, very specific question.
Sure.
Does this game have overhealing where you see the amount healed even if you're at max HP?
We'll say yes.
I'd say
Okay.
if you have that UI turned on, then yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'll just do a healing song on Mr. Pretty Bird to be like, I'm the one thing that you always need. Shut up.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make a heal and approach roll.
As an actual former World of Warcraft healer in raids, I feel that so hard. Like, I'd have to prove myself. You need me.
Why are we having this conversation?
Oh, wait, I rolled it completely wrong. Okay. Roll it wrong. I'm doing finesse because I'm a pretty bird right now. I'm doing fundal spins.
Pretty bird.
Okay.
What kind of bird are you based on?
I am a kind of
Like a
more like a dove.
Oh, you are a pretty bird.
Yeah, I'm all the white feathers are. Yeah, he's a white bird.
White pigeon. Got it.
White pigeon. There it goes. Prue indeed. 4.
Okay. So it's a total of 14. And then Matthew.
So he's looking around and they're all doing fancy stuff. He's like, well, hold on. I think I have something for this. And he'll pull out his bag and he'll pull out some like useful items. Basically, I wanted to do a persuasion check, but I have like Power Broker and Connected. So I can get things for him by using money, resources they would need for a raid of this magnitude.
I'll give you 2 enhancement to your persuasion roll then.
Cool. I'll take
Because these will directly apply.
Yep. So finesse, barter, and then you said 2 enhancement.
Yep.
At least I got a success. So 3 total.
Okay.
Not as flashy as everything for them.
No, that's fine. So you got a total of 17 successes. I'm assuming you buy off the difficulty. That leaves you with 10. Would you like to buy off the unknown complication?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, would.
So you buy off the complication of narrator attention, so you don't draw an unusual amount of attention from narrators because all these impressive people are suddenly hanging out in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 6 left, so we'll kind of shove that into Birdnose being so impressed that he's going to give you some extra gold at the end of this.
All right.
Nice.
Thank you.
So that was phase 1. You have now obtained the quest. So we're going to move on to phase 2. As it go on, you notice that some of your abilities have something called a quest phase on it. That's the version of power you use in this quest stage. So those rules supersede your normal kind of rules for your abilities.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I knew I read something about phase a while back.
Right. Yeah. So if it's a quest phase, it'll tell you which phases you can use it in. Usually it's 2 and 3, which you're about to move into. And then it tells you the rules for that. So you don't have to worry about the whole buffs section. It's just the quest phase thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're going to beak nose, bird nose. It changes. This gets the group together and it's okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to fan out. We're trying to find as many people with nameplates on them, and we're going to either get them out of here or we're going to kill them. If we kill them, drag their corpses away. We do not want them to respawn here. We want them to respawn away from the site. We're probably going to get attacked. So get ready for that as we travel towards the camps.
Okay.
So now we're going to do the travel phase. The silver-colored birds are suddenly really interested in your group for some mysterious reason, almost like an axe went through one of them. So they're going to start flying down and pecking at you. So again, the group has difficulty of 7 to buy off, and you have a complication, 5 different complications, all ranging 1 for damage from sterlings. So as many of those as you can buy off. Tells you how much damage you're going to get. If you buy off all 5, you get no damage from their attacks.
Okay.
Each one you get HP taken off. So we'll go in reverse order. Start with Matthew this time.
Okay. All right. Would you consider this the Sterlings a movement-based complication since we are in phase 2?
No, because they're not restricting your movement.
Okay. Never mind. Then that doesn't work.
But that's more useful for things like jump puzzles or trying to move through water.
Then I will. I'm looking up. The Quell can summon up their sort of their lesser brethren, the other insects and stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to summon them up to help us sort of distract the birds and like find these other PCs so we can locate them and then remove them.
Okay.
So let me do a summon roll, and that will give me bonuses to my actual roll.
Okay.
Okay, I got 1 enhancement, and then for I will use.
If you're summoning things, I'm feeling like that's.
Well, that was just using a power summon quell. But for actually doing what like an action.
If there's not an obvious thing you're doing, athletics for just trying to get to the locations. Probably going to use.
Yeah, athletics is fine. Yes, I'll just use athletics. I'll use force and athletics. Actually, resistance and athletics. You have to concentrate.
Next, you're going to resist being attacked.
Yes. All right, got with the enhancement 4 successes.
Okay, so that's 4 successes so far.
Yep.
Ryan.
Even though we're going in reverse order, I would like to do something that sacrifices my action but buffs theirs.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that, where I will do the quest version of Darken the Sky, where during a combat action of any kind, I sacrifice my action to apply the elemental tag to all of my allies' actions.
Okay.
So you will do. Would you rather have fire or slowed onto them?
Whoa, I imagine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I will give them all the ice elemental power, which means that they will add a damage and suffer the slowed condition if they hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's me.
Good to know. Ryan.
Okay, so I'm going to use my my healing song for phase 2 version to just kind of, in this case, basically just heal through the pecs, just sort of face tank it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's good. I'll do it.
The Arcana plus resilience because of face tanking.
Yep.
We still do 10 again in Terra Surge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Beautiful exploding dice.
Oh, yes. All right, 6 successes.
Wow. All right. Total of 10. And Scott.
How many of these phase actions can we stack? Just one at a time?
Depending what you're trying to do. But generally it's one at a time. But I mean,
Okay.
if there's a synergistic effect, I'm willing to hear it.
Well, it's just I've got some that directly just buy off complications for this sort of thing in phase 2. And then I have other stuff that like adds to my damage. Like, because what I was planning on doing was
Probably about the complication. Honestly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll use my phase ability to just automatically buy off one complication, and then I'll be like body blocking, like bum rushing things to like knock them out of the way, basically doing a block move.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take block and force.
Okay. So that made nice. That's going to be 3 successes. Oh, wait, no, with enhancement, that is 6 successes.
Okay. And you remove one of the 5 complications.
Yes, automatically removes it.
So 7 buys off the difficulty, and there's only 4 left, so it leaves you with 5 successes. We'll say that I'll give each of you +1 enhancements to the next phase because as you move through the area, you spread out, and a little bit of Makhno's actual real world tactical skill probably plays into this, but also because you're able to clear the path so well, you're actually getting to really good position so that you can kind of help funnel and channel people out of the area. Which is appropriate because as you kind of come into the area and you see the kind of at a delta of the river, there's a lot of not only tents and just people in sleeping bags, but also a couple people have actually built relatively flimsy but still wood-based structures. So like people built ramshackle buildings here because they come here often enough they're trying to actually get a small business going. But there are a lot of player characters here. And so the guild kind of descends down, starts trying to grab people out, attacking them. And then separately, as that's going on, underneath the water, you start seeing these rock people coming out. They don't have any faces. They look like they're actually just kind of made of chunks of rock. They're floating in a roughly humanoid shape. So like there's basically a rock for a torso and there's another rock for an arm. And where there are joints, it's actually just floating where the two rocks are actually kind of grinding together. Some of them are actually look like they're either painted or it's just kind of interesting color strata throughout their body. Some of them actually have gems kind of woven through their physical form. So you can't, they have no faces. You can't tell what they look like or how they act. But they do seem to be relentlessly just trying to murder as many people as they can. Again, this is a group action. Difficulty is going to be 9 for the whole action as you're trying to either get the player characters out or to stop the jihad. And there is a +5 complication of damage. So each of you has to buy off that complication. If you do not buy off that complication, you will take damage from this.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's a 9 for group difficulty, and then each of you has an additional +5 complication to buy off.
Got it.
And so as you make successes, let me know you want to contribute to the pool or buy off the complication.
Got it.
So who would like to start?
I would like to start, and in the ancient words of this game, the cry of victory and force, Leroy Jenkins, just going for the biggest one I can find.
An achievement pops up somewhere.
Yeah, just get the party started.
Yeah, with a damn near 100-year-old joke.
Mm-hmm.
At least I have chicken is
At
with
least
the
I have
subtag.
chicken. And I'm going to use the phase 3 power for one of these that I have that doubles my rolled successes.
Okay.
Which means with that doubling and my 3 enhancement, I get a total of 13 successes.
Okay. Would you like to buy off your complication?
Yeah.
Okay, so that leaves you with 8, if my math is right. And you put the 8 towards the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, you basically almost did it by yourself.
I was
One
about to
success
say I
left.
can just take someone's damage on their complication for them, but it doesn't seem we're going to need to worry about that too much.
That
Large
was,
is large.
that was a ridiculous 5 success roll, and then those successes double. I'm real happy with that.
You're high level, man.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Poppy, go. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use the quest version of Elemental Barrier, where I can make an Arcana and Resilience action instead of whatever is being called for.
Mm-hmm.
And I can spend toward the difficulty, or I can apply armor points on myself, but I'm probably going to be, buying off complication.
Right. If you, you're also going to go, if you could be distressed, you can use those stunts, which may be useful in phase 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because phase 4 is going to be weird.
I forgot there was a phase 4. There could be a phase 4.
Where is the quest? Does it just say quest on the power? That's how you get it?
It says phase.
Yeah, it's
Okay, it's
2
the
or
phase.
3.
Okay, got it.
No, quest is it can be used once per quest, I think.
Yeah. Quest duration is use it once per scenario. It's similar to like session.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Login is once per game time.
Yeah, I was looking at my powers and going, but they all just say a certain phase, like phase 1 or phase 4 or phase 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they can be activated in the quest.
Okay.
So I got exactly 5 successes, so I'm not going to be contributing anything to this fight aside from that I'm not taking any damage.
Hey, you know what? Not taking damage is good.
I just put a little bubbler on myself, like I'm squishy. I'm very squishy.
Please don't hurt me. As a rock creature pounds on the bubble.
Matt, you can go nuts, and I'll just take the hit.
Yeah,
from you.
he's suddenly like using because Guy probably has a lot more of the UI up than a lot of other people.
Sure, yeah. You try to study everything.
He's trying to study anything. He's like, oh, I am not too low for this, but I'll try to help, as he has his little pincers out. And so he's gonna try to go out and stab things and help like usher like PCs away, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to use close combat physical attack because I'm actually really good at that. 1, 2, 4, 4, and I get 3 enhancement to this. Oh, that's a lot of 10s.
Hey, you like to hear
Good
that.
time for 10s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're not always successes. So that's I got 6.
Okay.
So I took no damage,
Okay.
and I helped to get that last one.
There you go.
I thought you could just shunt all your stuff over to Hamish's character.
Can I?
Yeah, like I can take the damage of a failed complication roll, and I don't care about damage that much.
Yeah, so if I were
Okay,
you,
yeah,
I would
then
just
I will
spend all
totally
6.
put all 6 to the succeeding, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm
ha. I feel like I'm being superior, and he's just like healing me.
I
and,
activate. It's basically I activate Unbreakable Wall, and just kind of like when one's about to come get you, I'm just like boop, and just kind of step in.
As a note, before we move on to Ryan, did all of you use your +1 enhancement for your superior positioning from the last phase?
Oh no.
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 So that's
Okay, so that's 3 more successes. Okay,
Would you
so
like me to-
I'll
I
bump
mean,
it up to 9 that you have accumulated.
Would any further successes on top of the pile we have make any difference at this point, or should we keep going?
You might be. You don't know.
Yeah, screw it. I'll just heal people.
Okay.
I'm good at that.
so
I'm sealing up
I
the
got
next.
a total of 9 to the pool. Dixie got 1 from her success. And
My
then
enhancement.
I put 7 into it.
into the pool and then Hamish
We're at-
stacked his thing.
We're at
God, I wish I had
17.
this hot luck on the outside world. 4 plus. So I got 7 myself.
Okay.
You're like, my knee hurts, but I'm really good at video games.
Yeah, I just turned that part off for now. It's good enough.
So, basically, what we're going to say is that no one ends up with any HP lost. Guys, Anima took some hits, but Hamish brought his character in to kind of heal that. And the fighting is going on. Some of the members of the guild are actually falling and dying. But one of the things with your mountain of successes that you're going to buy is that Ryan, what's your Anima's name again?
Cheap shot.
Cheap shot, right? I should know that. Cheap shot's just trying to heal a lot, and you see someone fall nearby, but you have to kind of turn and heal someone else real quick, triage, and then as you turn back, you see that the jihad that had killed that member of the guild is kind of jittery glitching out, and almost seems like the pixels from the jihad are moving into the corpse of the Anima, and then the Anima stands up.
Nope.
Oh boy.
And suddenly, all of you noticed that a spoiler tag has gone up.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Here it is.
So, is there anything you want to do? I'm assuming you're all sharing information, so
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
all see
Oh yeah,
this.
I'm yelling this like, oh the God,
me.
he's getting up. This is
I
weird.
wanna-
Is this
Blast the Jahat.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Burn him.
Yeah, we'll just say you do it. I mean, you're blasting the character that looks like they got possessed by the Jahat?
No, I'm trying to blast the Jahat that's trying to like pour their pixels into the poor prone person.
Oh, okay. Sure. go ahead.
Because my water blast that I have from being a Cherubian knocks my opponent prone.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll. Let me
Magic
look up the Jihad. We're briefly breaking out of the quest structure.
Yeah, that's fine.
This just feels like something I should
Cinematic
actually
interrupt.
like hit the person, you know?
Right.
Six successes.
Okay. And what is the damage on that?
It just says knock your opponent prone.
Okay. Then yeah, so you see this kind of weird glitching, but there is some collision physics still in the game. So you send your blast across, and actually it scatters the pixels, and then it reforms back into the Jihad, which looks extremely confused.
Damn it.
So
That was Poppy saying damn it. Not Dixie.
phase 4, this is normally the turn and quest option. So all of you immediately get 15 gold from Beaknose's treasury, because that was part of the agreement. But as that's activating, you give like notification, you've completed a raid, you got these benefits, all that. You suddenly see stepping out of the trees and out from under the water are dozens and dozens of Anima. They all look like the exact same human warrior.
Ruh-roh.
and they are knocking NPCs, player characters. They're just starting to murder through all of them. Would you like to attack, witness the slaughter, run?
Can we see their
Back
levels or anything? Like in
Huh?
our, can we see like their levels or anything in the UI? Like, do they have names?
The level
Like-
just has a skull.
Oh, these are NPCs.
and they don't have names, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm gonna like basically it is a noticeable difference between like sort of the happy-go-lucky like combat mad guy and just like the voice goes cold, and I like out to the entire raid group. I'm like, tactical retreat now.
Yep.
Yeah, time to pull back.
everybody-
Poppy, if you want to use your Anima, or sorry, your character sheet information about Terra Surge, you can. Difficulty is going to be 4. This is kind of like obscure lore
Oh,
of the
okay.
game.
Got it.
The Langoliers are here.
Do you want me and
Things you don't normally see at
Yeah.
all.
do you want me and Guy to both do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the two Terra Search
Okay,
people.
so it's you. What do you want? Humanities?
Yeah,
Okay, I am good at that.
difficulty 4.
And, okay. I just hit 4.
Okay.
Let's see. I got to reroll.
You can do it.
Can I split a momentum, everyone?
Yeah, sure.
Or
You're back up to 4, so
Yep, got it. 4.
did you get 4? Okay.
Yep.
Both of you have heard stories of this kind of mop up. When particularly around grieving guilds. Grieving guilds are the people who tend to spread these stories because they're the ones who do this kind of nonsense to piss people off. And so there's been vague stories of armies of human warriors that come in and just kind of decimate an area. Some people say it's the narrators cleaning up after themselves, but that seems too ham-fisted for how the narrators work based on both of your experience. Some people say that maybe the company that makes the game has devs clone a bunch of accounts and come in and just take people out. So it could be developers behind this. There's even rumors that maybe the FSA has access to their own personal accounts and it pulls kind of action.
Weird. Okay. You should leave.
So as you log out, the camera of the game pulls back. You see that these warriors are just murdering people, taking corpses, and across the screen we see Chapter 8, Army Life. And that is the end of the episode.
All right. All
The
right.
entire episode was cold open.
Yeah. Yay. But if things go the way they go, next episode will be the big end, the big finale. But we'll see. We never know. Anything can happen here in Trinity Continuum Anima. So see you all next episode.
Bye-bye.
See you later, guys.
bye.
It's been real.
And by that we mean it's been virtual.
Yeah, exactly.